Arsenal have got their redemption after 2 defeats to West Ham early in the season. This time Arteta's men made sure to hammer the Hammers. But what was new about the Arsenal attack? Why should fans be excited about Declan Rice? Who is Arsenal's new potential superstar? And how is Mikel Arteta changing? As per, let's break it all down and discuss the 5 things we learned from West Ham 0, Arsenal 6. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Babs14. Welcome back to your channel, and I hope you guys are doing sensational. I mean, how could you not be? Arsenal have just sent one of the biggest statements of the season. So as per, don't forget to smash a like on the video if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and help your boy as we are less than 10,000 away from the big 200k. But starting off with Arsenal's defensive domination. Up against a West Ham attack that's always proved tricky, Mohamed Kudus and Gerard Bowen, 2 players that are fantastic on the counter-attack. The Arsenal defenders epitomise Mikel Arteta's philosophy: pure domination. As Who Scored points out, West Ham failed to have a single touch in the Arsenal box in the first half, and a massive part was Arsenal's Gabriel Magalhaes dropping an 8.1 rating, not only scoring a goal but making 4 clearances and blocking 2 shots as well as 2 tackles, 82 touches, 64 accurate passes and 3 accurate long balls. Those passing numbers are very intriguing because, as Gabriel's heat map shows, in this game he actually played as a central centre back in a back 3. The fact that Mikel Arteta trusts him there over William Saliba now, it shows Gabriel's evolution on the ball. Not only is he more punchy with his passing, with 14 league goals since 2020, that's more than any other centre back in Europe's top 5 leagues. Gabriel has now become Arsenal's second highest goal scoring centre back in Premier League history, just behind now Laurent Koscielny. Is there a better left foot centre back in the league right now? And more importantly, is there a better centre back partner? Because William Saliba also dropped an 8.2 rating. With 1 goal scored, 3 clearances, 1 block shot and 1 interception, Saliba had a crazy 97% passing accuracy. He has now scored 4 goals for Arsenal since the start of last season. Saliba and Gabriel have now scored a combined 11. But the real focus should be where the goals are coming from. Arsenal once again kings of the set pieces. To score 2 against West Ham, a team that's normally so good at defending them, Nicolas Jova deserves every flower he gets. Because think about the amount of important set pieces that Arsenal scored this season. A goal at Anfield, a winner against Man United. Then you've got to talk about Ben White, because in the absence of Alexander Zinchenko, instead of Mikel Arteta inverting on the left hand side, Benny Blanco stepped up instead, dropping a 7.7 rating with 2 tackles in total, 4 out of 5 ground duels and 64 out of 66 passes. Ben White has real potential in this department. Go back to his days at Leeds United. Marcelo Bielsa used to use Ben White as a central midfielder. The prototype of Ben White is going to be John Stones, dropping a masterclass in the Champions League final, almost playing in midfield. Ben White's got the fundamentals to be of a similar ilk. Look at the left hand side and Jakub Kiwior. After dropping a 7.1 rating with 5 clearances, 1 interception and 2 tackles, locking off Mohamed Kudus to only a 6.2 rating. I love this from Mikel Arteta. Realising that Kiwior isn't as good inverted, and playing him in a more natural left back role, Arteta is starting to play his strengths. Moving on to the second thing, the merry-go-round. There was massive pressure going on into this game because of the history. Not only did West Ham knocked out Arsenal at the Carabao Cup, but they'd also beaten us at the Emirates 2 goals to 0. After the game, as Mikel Arteta said, we had to put right the last results against them. Arsenal played this game with a different fire in their belly, which produced one of the most dominant performances of the season. 6-0 to Arsenal with a 4.36 XG, limiting West Ham to 0.33. The overall stats show annihilation. 70% possession with 657 passes completed, 66 final third entries and a 5.9 expected threat created. Looking at the field total to see Arsenal had 74%. Even in the second half, Arsenal remained dominant. But that first half was something different. Arsenal had 15 shots and 7 on target, 25 touches in the opposition box, and limited West Ham to 0.01 XG. Part of this comes down to last season. After going 2-0 up against West Ham and dropping the lead, the Arsenal players made sure they learned from their mistakes. West Ham's defenders couldn't cope with Arsenal, and a key area behind that was the left-hand side rotations. Look at this example in the 59th minute. Trossard, who started as a striker, is playing on the right wing, Martinelli's down the middle, and Kai Havertz has drifted over to the left-hand side. Without a recognised goal scorer, Mikel Arteta has turned to unpredictability. We have to talk about Leandro Trossard. That's now 3 league goals in his last 4 games. In this game, producing a 7.6 rating, with 3 successful dribbles, 1 big chance miss and 27 accurate passes. Trossard's heat map shows that he was playing everywhere. That creates the best environment for him because he's allowed to combine, drift across the pitch and play 1-2s, comfortable on both feet, meaning no angle bias. He also had a 7.5 rating for Kai Havertz, who touched the ball 62 times, had 42 accurate passes and 3 key passes. Importantly, Havertz also won 6 out of 8 aerial duels. Impressive numbers against the height of West Ham and Thomas Tuchel. When you focus on the passes that Havertz was making, you'll notice that he wasn't playing as a striker. The main strength of Kai Havertz is how he uses spaces. Always able to make the right run to bring players towards him. It opened up space that Arsenal could then exploit. As Mikel Arteta said, Havertz is really intelligent at using space. He's got a big presence inside the box, but he also has tremendous work ethic as well. He gives us a lot of spaces because he's very unpredictable. But the right side thriving again all the goals, the left side you also had Gabriel Martinelli dropping a 7.2 rating. I actually saw a lot of promise, because with a score at 0-0, look at Martinelli's playing, far on the right hand side and drifting. Mikel Arteta is changing the way he's using Martinelli. Instead of having him isolated on the left hand side, Martinelli is now allowed to drift across the pitch, making Arsenal even more unpredictable. Moving on to the third thing, world-class Martin. Earlier in the year there was a few questions around Martin Odegaard, the main one being about creativity. Let's just say things are definitely changing, with the Arsenal captain once again dropping a masterclass with a 9.3 rating, 2 assists, 123 touches, 109 passes, a 95% passing accuracy and 7 key passes, alongside 2 big chances created. One of the most complete playmaking performances that I've ever seen. Not only did Odegaard complete more passes than any other Arsenal player, but he's now the first player on record since 2003 or 4 to complete 100 plus passes, create at least 5 chances, and assist multiple goals in the same Premier League match. By dropping deeper, Odegaard now has more space. That is allowing him to become a deep line playmaker, similar to your Luka Modric profile. Odegaard's now the first player to create 50 plus chances from open play in Europe's top 7 leagues this season. The creativity is reaching different levels, where in the last 11 games, Odegaard has now created 46 chances, as well as 11 big chances. In the era of football where players are becoming more and more robotic, Odegaard's a part of a dying breed. Playmakers that are not only effective, but at their best a beauty to watch. Talking of beautiful things, how about that Declan Rice performance? Dunking on West Ham with a 9.4 rating. Rice scored 1 goal alongside 2 assists, made 66 accurate passes, 4 key passes, as well as creating 2 big chances. But let's focus on the set pieces. For a player so powerful at 6'2" and definitely an aerial threat, Arteta is using him at corners instead because of his ball striking. Rice's technical ability is very underrated. There's a reason why Pep Guardiola also wanted to sign him. The goal itself is typical Mikel Arteta ball. Think back to last year in Thomas Partey, the goal in the North London derby, the goal against Nottingham Forest. But it's about time we talk about the star boy instead. In a game last year where he missed a vital penalty, Saka was back with vengeance, dropping a 9.7 rating. 2 goals scored, 3 shots on target, 2 successful dribbles, 1 penalty won, 47 accurate passes, 3 key passes and 1 big chance created. Saka has now scored over 50 goals for Arsenal. It makes him the youngest Arsenal player to do so in 45 years. The stats get even crazier by the way. Saka also now has 100 Arsenal goal contributions, 51 goals and 49 assists, and a total of 210 appearances. The maddest part is around 20 of those games had Saka playing as a left back. Rival fans piped up weeks ago. Cole Palmer, Michael Olise, Phil Foden all getting compared. Bukayo has taken his chain back, with 5 goal contributions in his last 4 games. It's about time that fans realise that Bukayo is changing as a player. Forget about aesthetics and dribbles. Bukayo is more focused on efficiency. 24 goals and assists in 30 games this season. He's the closest player in the league when it comes to Mo Salah, at being an output machine. As Bukayo says, we were 4-0 up in the first half and we could have scored many more, including myself. We smelt blood today and we went for the kill. We did well to score more and we're really happy. Moving on to the fourth thing, the new star. With Arsenal winning 6-0 so comfortably, Declan Rice dropping a dagger against his former club, there was only one more thing Arsenal fans wanted: an appearance for Ethan Nwaneri and Mikel Arteta delivered. In just 13 minutes, Nwaneri had a 6.9 rating, 20 touches and 15 accurate passes. Mikel said after the game we'll bring Nwaneri on. There is something that you have to earn in your team, and that is the trust of your teammates. And the players on the bench were whispering, bring Ethan in, which is a great thing to hear. What were you guys doing at 16 years of age? Because for Ethan Nwaneri, I'm not seeing a normal youngster. How is he this comfortable in an Arsenal team that is seen as one of the best in Europe? I love the fact that Odegaard was constantly giving him the ball, because the Arsenal players realised this guy is a special youngster, dictating the Arsenal attack with lovely passes in the final third. Look at the comments on his Instagram post after the game. Saliba with the fire emoji, Saka saying baller, and Rice saying special talents. Before the game though, there was a bit of a meltdown. With no Jorginho in the starting lineup despite a masterclass against Liverpool, Mikel Arteta confirmed the action was down to injury, confirming Jorginho's had a foot injury, saying it's been going on for a while and obviously he's aggravated it having played 96 minutes against Liverpool, at that level for a while, but the effort he put in, it was incredible. He wanted to be here today to support the team. That's the spirit of Jorginho. Jorginho is made out of something else. To be available despite not being fully fit, he continues an insane record of only having missed 5 games in his entire career. But what about Emil Smith-Rowe also not available on the bench? Mikel Arteta confirms he's turned his ankle in training. That is very annoying because of the type of game. The fact that Arteta turned to trust off combinations. This could have been a game for Emil Smith-Rowe if he was fit. Moving on to the fifth thing, the redemption arc. In one of Arsenal's most satisfying wins of the season, the sight of West Ham fans steaming out of the London Stadium at half-time. The first time that Arsenal scored 6 goals away from home since 2009, the last time being against Everton, another team managed by David Moyes, with a win against the UEFA Conference League champions, having also beaten Sevilla in the Champions League and Man City in the Premier League. Arsenal have now been all 3 European champions this season. After a week in Dubai, Arsenal have been in sensational form. 5 goals against Palace, 2 against Forest, 3 against Liverpool and 6 against West Ham, only conceding 2 in the same time. 4 games that are meant to be tricky and difficult, Arsenal have produced insane numbers. An XG of 11.54, holding opponents down to only 1.40. I love the fact of how Mikel Arteta is learning. Where earlier in the year fans called for better subs, Arsenal now have the most goals from subs this season. Look at the performance of Jakub Kiwior, how Mikel Arteta has been able to adapt around him and find a way without Timber and Zinchenko, alongside no Gabriel Jesus and Thomas Partey. Where last year Mikel Arteta couldn't adapt, this year he's learnt from his mistakes. But look at this photo here, Arsenal winning 6-0 with Mikel ice cold, no smile on his face, because the focus is still on the title race. Where in the same weekend the Man City won 2-0 and Liverpool also winning 3-1. As things stands, Arsenal remain 3rd in the table, 2 points off the top. What is developing is one of the most exciting title races that we have seen in years, where City have the inevitable likes of Erling Haaland, Liverpool have the farewell story of Jurgen Klopp, and Arsenal have a young team trying to prove everyone wrong. When Martin Odegaard was asked on sending a message to the rivals, he says no. We are focusing on ourselves and that's what we do every day. We don't care too much about the other teams, we're focused on ourselves, we keep working hard. A good win and we move. The real message has been sent on the pitch, because go all the way back to the 25th of November 2023. Since then, Arsenal have the most expected points in the league, as well as the highest non-penalty goal difference. But that is the video there and there, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to smash a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to follow your boy on all of the social medias, then the links are down below in the description. But that was the 5 things we learned from West Ham 0, Arsenal 6, one of the most satisfying wins of the season against a West Ham team that needed a humbling that Arsenal certainly provided with a Declan Rice stagger. Anyways guys, I'll see you soon, take care and good night.